Segment 2 of the show, talking about television, movies, streaming updates, all the news that is fit to print. And what we do here is talk about those things. But we start off with things that we've been watching, consuming, entertaining us during the off hours. Jordan, start with you. What have you been watching? Don't talk mouthful.
Well, like I said, I've been kind of watching The Office, the American version, just to kind of have something in the background when I do stuff. But I did finish it. Welcome to Derry, the first season. The finale was last Sunday. That show was great. I can't wait for them to do more stuff with it. They wrapped everything up really well. They've connected it to the movies really well. They kind of did a thing where this next season is actually going back 27 years instead of forward. So you don't have to worry about like what's going on that way. I thought it was really, really, really good. And I think if you can get past how gross, I think the first 2 episodes were, I think you might actually like it.
I did bookmark it. It's on my watch list for HBO Max. So.
Right. Woodpit saying, I started watching the OG Twin Peaks. That's going to be my next rewatch. I'm going to go through all of the OG Twin Peaks and the Showtime version and then all the movie stuff. So that's going to be my next big watch. But yeah, that's the only thing I really got to do this week. I didn't really play any video games. I've been too tired to really kind of get into anything. I started playing Overwatch, I think last night. And then I got through one thing and I go, you know what? I don't want to play games right now. Like, you ever get in those moods where you think you want to do something, you start and then
you realize like, oh, this is going to take up so much involvement of me.
I will spend hours doing this and I'm just not in the mood for it. So I did not do anything else. I kind of started watching a little bit of the boxing match that I'll cover here in a little bit.
The Jake Paul thing?
I watched a little bit of the Jake Paul stuff, but yeah, I mean, other than that, like I just did not, I haven't really done much.
As fake as all of those matches have been, I still don't believe this one, even though he got the shit kicked out of him.
Broke his jaw.
Yeah, but I still think that it was like, well, he's been getting enough crap for all this time that all the fights are rigged, whatever. And he's like, all right, this is going to be the one. You beat me up. I still didn't believe it when people were saying it's like, oh no, this was real. It's like, I still don't buy it. As long as it involves him, I don't buy it at all.
I feel like when it comes to these kinds of fights, there are definitely guardrails up. Like with that Tyson fight, we all watched the training montage of Tyson beforehand. There's no way that fight should have turned out the way it did. That there were money lines on there saying, if you can get it to a certain round, you'll get paid this bonus. There was no reason why, Tyson couldn't have just thrown a left hook and knocked that kid out within the first round, maybe second. Like, there's just no way. And so this one definitely looked more like a boxing match, and I love the result. I mean, I think the world is rallying around the fact that this guy got rocked finally and really got his ass beat. But you're right. I did enjoy that,
but I still felt like, all right, it was thrown the other way because for so many fights he kept winning against people there's no way he should have been winning against.
Sure.
And now he's like, all right, well, this has to be the one in order to do the next one. You have to lose one, so people start buying into this shit again. And
there was another fight where Anderson Silva was boxing against somebody, and I can't remember the dude's name. It may have been the guy that Jake Paul fought once before. And Anderson Silva does this move, and Anderson Silva is MMA fighter out of Brazil. Very I think his nickname was the Spider. I mean, the very energetic guy. He goes up to the guy. He's got him in the corner. He's throwing punches. And he does this thing, and I've seen this in boxing, but not recently. He pulls up his right knee, like he's gonna kick him like a Muay Thai boxer. The guy sees that and drops his guard, thinking he's gonna get kicked, not thinking it's boxing. He can't do that. And Silva just rocks him with like a right, and then uppercuts him with a left and knocks the dude out. And I'm just going, that's fucking hilarious. Like, he threw a fake kick, and it was so funny. Justin is saying Andrew Tate got knocked out today. Thank God. I think people were betting high that Andrew Tate was actually not going to get knocked out. I bet a lot of people made some money on that.
He's an asshole.
Fuck Andrew Tate. I'm glad I'm going to go find that footage after the show because, that guy's a fucking asshole. Anyway, but that's all I've been really doing, and I haven't really got to really watch too much this week, but I'll be catching up because I need to watch Pluribus. I need to watch fucking Fallout just started Tuesday, I believe. So yeah, there's what are you watching since you've been sick and bedridden?
I watched Pluribus and Fallout. I watched it was only one episode that came out. They're doing one episode a week till the beginning of February.
For Fallout?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I watched the first episode. Interesting. Pluribus, I didn't think I was ever going to watch because I don't have Apple TV anymore. Mm-hmm. And you can get it through Prime, but there was a thing that came up that was pretty cost effective for Prime and Apple TV. It's weird. Like, you can get Apple TV through Amazon, you can get HBO through Amazon. Like, you can get all these weird platforms that they don't own through them as a provider. And so yeah, I jumped on the thing, and I thought I was going to be able to get out of the free trial thing, but I didn't time it right. Apparently there's 9 episodes, and I just saw the 8 that are out.
For Pluribus?
Yes.
Episode 8 is out. Episode 9 will be coming out this week.
Yes, and I signed up for it the previous week. And I was like, all right, I can get it in and out real quick. And I'm like, shit. The last episode comes out time the trial period. So I'm just going to pay the month and what have you. Pluribus is interesting.
I've heard really good things about
Pluribus. What was the description I told you when I first?
You said it was like a video game.
Yeah, that first episode felt like a video game. And then as it was drawing out, you're starting thinking like some weird alien shit's happening. Mm-hmm. And then it doesn't. Like, every time it's like, oh, they're doing this. And then, oh, the aliens come over and they explain. And you're like, okay, this is explained. This is explained. And the main character, who is Better Call Saul's girlfriend.
Right.
I can't remember the actress's name, but she's the lead in this thing. And she keeps finding new ways to be pissed off, fuck you, I don't need you, and then also be emotionally needy and come back, I need you in my life.
Right.
You know, she walks both sides of this dilemma. I don't know where this is leading, because there's only essentially it's a virus that took over the human race, and under the guise of that the human race was about to have within a certain amount of time would become extinct. So this virus sent a signal. The fucking scientists replicated what it was, and then it turned into this thing that took over all the human beings on the planet, and they all have like a mind link kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Except for 12 people on the planet who didn't get converted because something to do with their DNA. The aliens can't kill animals in order to eat. If an animal's already dead, then they can take the animal and eat, but they can't kill it. They can't lie. They can't do all of these things. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop on what
like
fucking horrible thing this is. Yeah, it feels a little like it feels like it takes or borrows from other sci-fi stuff. It feels like V. You remember the V series?
I loved V.
V. There's a little bit of V. There's a little bit of They Live in there, mixed in. It's yeah, I don't really know where it's going, but that's about it. Everything I said is pretty much either what the teaser trailers or the descriptions for the show.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really tell you any plot points or anything.
That's good. Yeah. Heather's been watching it. She says it's fantastic. Cack Lord, if you want, message me. I'll give you my Overwatch stuff. Let's see. Did you watch The Mighty Nine? Heather put me on to The Mighty Nine. I always fight her on things just for fun, just because she knows I care. But I did start watching The Mighty Nine, and it's very good. It's very, very fun. It's a good show. It really is. I'll probably have to go back to watch the original show that she wanted us to watch, but The Mighty Nine, for just going right into it, I don't think it connects to the other stuff, so it doesn't matter to me.
It's a modern day telling of Hogan's Heroes.
God, that would be great. But yeah, it's that's actually really good. Speaking of Apple, have you guys watched For All Mankind or Foundation? I have not watched For All Mankind. I do love Foundation. Foundation's really good. From what I hear, though, I believe it differs from the books a bit, and some people like that, some people don't. I think it's good, and I think it's just because I don't have any reference material for that. And then Begonia was fucking great. I had low hopes with Stabby and Emma Stone, probably the best movie I've seen this year. That is actually coming out on streaming, I believe, on Peacock right after Christmas. So I'm actually going to get to watch that. I haven't seen it. I know Giddles did, and he seemed to like it. So, and then Heather says you don't need Vox Machina, which is good. But I'll probably
watch it on the cock. Everybody subscribes to the old cock there.
Go to the cock.
So I watched Pluribus. I watched the first episode of Fallout.
I'm gonna watch that probably tonight.
A lot of setting up. In that,
Fallout?
As it should be. Not really recapping much of the first season in the episode. Like there's a recap, but like within the episode, they're not really referencing a whole lot before where they're at now, other than her, what's her name's dad. I can't think of the character's name, but her dad's Kyle MacLachlan.
Yep.
So that and the cowboy guy are
the ghoul.
Like, the ghoul are pretty much the main two right now. I'm enjoying it. I'd like to see where it goes. I know people didn't really care so much. Was it Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 76 that they didn't like?
76 they didn't like because it was really buggy when it first came out. Fallout New Vegas is possibly one of the best Fallout games that they made.
Okay, then I'm not worried about the storyline then.
Yeah.
So I watched that. I watched Dave Chappelle's new stand-up special on Netflix.
Yeah.
And why are you shaking your head?
No, I couldn't believe that came out, and I'll bring that up in a little bit. So.
Okay, so I have that, and then I watched Shin Godzilla.
Yes,
there were some parts I forgot, especially the ending. I forgot all about the tail
with the little people on the tail.
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't have a bigger impact on me the first time I watched it, but at the end, I'm like, "What the fuck is?" I didn't remember it. I'm like, "What is this?" And then I had to go and read up on it and. That's kind of bullshit that it's evolving into that, but he didn't consume any human DNA. He didn't have anything that can replicate it. It just all of a sudden he can now become human being.
Shin Godzilla, I think to this day is probably the more batshit crazy Godzilla movie I've ever watched. Just all the different evolutions of him, all the whole the part of it where they're trying to kill him, and it's
the homage at the very beginning when the fucking limping version of him crawls out of the water, and you're looking at it, it's like it's obviously so rubbery fake, but that's like an homage to the old thing. And just whenever they showed him fully up, like his arms never fully developed. He always has these little T-Rex arms, but the big giant legs. Whenever they show his face, he has this tiny little eye like button candy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just staring like this. Like it's not even, because it's hard to even take it like this thing is real because the eye never looks at you. It doesn't move and follow you. It's just there. It's like if Godzilla was the R word, like that kind of thing. And you're like poking it with a stick. It's like, what is this thing doing? What I do really enjoy in that movie is the level of intensity from where it shoots out of its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Where at first when he's starting to he's shooting like some kind of steam, like air is flowing out of there. And then all of a sudden that air turned, it's almost like gas before you light it,
Yeah.
So like gas is shooting out of his mouth. All of a sudden the flame kicks in and now his flame is flooding the streets of the city. And then in the next stage, his flame gets so hot, it turns white and purple. And he's got that purple laser beam thing shooting out of his mouth. The stuff shooting out of his back like spotlights is so ridiculously dumb.
Right.
But are they making another Shin Godzilla?
I don't know for sure.
I know we've got a sequel to Godzilla -1.
That's coming. And then we're also getting another one of the MonsterVerse movies where they're bringing, I believe, a alien Godzilla creature coming. But I don't know. There have been talks about possibly doing a direct sequel to Shin Godzilla. I don't know how far along they are with that, but I mean, as far as Godzilla goes, King Kong, all that stuff, we're eating well with this because we're getting Monarch season 2 coming. We're gonna get a prequel
like 3
series.
years too late.
I'm still gonna be into it. I love that first season, and then Shin and all that.
Intersect saying, have you seen the rest of the Shin series? It sounds like it's all weird, and there's actually a giant Megazord combiner where Godzilla, Ultraman, the Evangelion, was it Evangelion or Evangelion? That too. Robot and Kamen Rider merge into that. Yeah,
you misspelled it. It's Kamen Rider. I'd watch that.
Sounds. I'll watch it, but I'm going to be sitting there like none of this is believable. Even though Godzilla is not believable to begin with, but at least you can suspend disbelief with Godzilla. If they're all going to be transforming into toys, then I'm going to be like,
they all turn into Matthew Broderick. God, I hate it.
So I watched that, and then I've been playing the Fortnite Winter Festival thing that's going on.
You got back into Fortnite. That's
just to claim the free gifts. I go and I play a little bit, and then I bail out.
Did I send you that text earlier today?
No.
Did you see that text I sent you?
No.
So I sent you a text of a screenshot that I took. Oh, I didn't send it to you. I'm gonna have to send it to you. Of you, me, and my son as our character sitting on the Simpsons couch. I thought it was funny. I was like,
no,
look at us
please
all
send me that.
I'll send that to you. It was
That'd
super
be great.
Funny. It's like, oh, so, yeah. We're so stupid.
That's everything that I watched, and then I watched a few more YouTube videos on Turkmenistan. And,
nice. You mean show prep?
Apparently, watched a video about this island that's between Spain and France that shifts ownership. Like during the year, like at some parts of the year, it's owned by Spain and controlled by Spain. Other parts of the year, it's controlled by France.
That's so weird.
Yeah, there's just weird shit going on. And then I watched those videos why North Korea can't remain stable, why it's impossible for any country to invade the United States, why China will not fully invade Taiwan. Like I learned about there's a whole trade passage there. It's one of the busiest canals in the world for freighter and commerce. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, this is all I sit there and I watch. It's just videos about weird shit that goes on in the world.
It's like, I just want to learn more about the Suez Canal.
Yeah.
He's catching up to what he should have learned in like high school.
Well, blame our education system because they didn't give a shit about any of that stuff. No.
They usually do.
So, yeah, I've been watching all that weird stuff. Why Antarctica has this sort of electromagnetic field that's different from other parts of the planet? And I'm just like, all right, I'll waste 20 minutes watching this, and then the next video comes up. So, I learned something that if you're going to go and work at one of these research stations in Antarctica, you can't have your wisdom teeth. And you can't. You have to have all your shots, and you've had to have like chicken pox and all these things because you're so segregated, and there are pockets of time where there's just no way you're getting help. Mm-hmm. They don't want you to have like issues like with wisdom teeth and needing dental work and things like that. I was like, you know what? I never really thought of that. Like it was something that you just don't think about if you're going to be stuck long periods of time without any real medical help. Of getting into that situation. And then I instantly thought of like when Tom Hanks was in The Castaway and he had to like break his tooth out with a rock. I'm like, oh no, thank you. So yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I never thought of that. Sharing an island with Gorilla, where he comes in and out as he pleases and stands on the island, shoots some laser beams out of his mouth, screams and yells, and then disappears into the ocean for 15 days.
Sounds great.
So that's everything I've been watching. Let's talk about what's out right now in movie theaters. I don't know who you people are that give a shit about this, but there's another Avatar movie called Fire and Ash.
It's making some money. It looks like garbage.
It's all of it's garbage. The whole thing is garbage. The concept, the storyline, the messages, everything about that thing is just terrible. No one cares about, sexual Smurfs fighting off the military. Nobody cares.
Oh, that is the best show title ever.
Over on Netflix, like I said, the Dave Chappelle new special called Unstoppable. That's only the legal title that they can use. The actual title shows up when the special happens. So
don't ruin it. I want to watch it.
You can check that out. Over on HBO Max, I have this bookmarked too, the Counting Crows documentary. Have you seen me lately? And I also bookmarked this one too because it was on the front page. The Leonardo DiCaprio movie, One Battle After Another.
Yeah, I've heard that it was actually really good. I just didn't have time to get to the theater, and things don't last that long anymore. So I'm looking forward to watching that one as well.
Disney and Hulu, Percy Jackson is still a thing to somebody. So episode 3 is there. You what? I
said it's been getting positive reviews. So
you watch it?
No, I haven't watched it.
Okay. Fallout season 2 on Amazon Prime. Him on Peacock. I'm not sure what that is.
That's that Jordan Peele produced horror movie about the football player that didn't last very long in the theater. So that's out on Peacock.
Okay. Pluribus. All the first 8 episodes of season 1 are available on Apple TV, or get it through Prime, like I had to. And on demand, Now You See Me, Now You Don't is the 3rd movie in that series. With what's his name?
Eisenberg,
Woody Harrelson.
They brought back Isla Fisher for this one. She was gone from the 2nd movie.
Very cool. The Running Man reboot, which looks like shit. That Sisu Road to Revenge, I bookmarked as well because Brody said he loved it, and I remember.
Yeah, he told me he was real good.
Giddles loved the first movie. He turned us on to that first movie, so I'll have to go and check that out. Now, for next week, because I don't know when we're going to do another live show again. It might not be till January, but on Christmas Day, for those of you who don't celebrate, December 25th on Netflix, Stranger Things season 5 part 2. I don't know how many episodes it is.
I think it's 4.
Four allegedly. For part 2, it comes out on Christmas. The part 3 comes out on New Year's Eve.
And that's just, I believe, 1 episode, and it's like 2 hours long.
Yeah, it's like a movie. December 26th on Peacock. What is Begonia?
It's the one with Emma Stone. It's like I think I haven't seen too much about it. It almost looks like it's a futuristic movie, but I haven't read too much about the plot. It looks good, and I like the director. She's been doing a lot of movies with Yorgos Lanthimos a lot. And so this is like the 3rd or 4th movie they've done together. So I want to definitely watch that one. So
okay,
I've heard good things though.
And then December 30th on Netflix, another comedy special, which I advise you to check out. New from Ricky Gervais called Mortality. I've heard from people who went to see him perform and during this tour, and they said it's hilarious. So I'm looking forward to seeing it when it comes out. Jordan, you have some words of wisdom for everybody.
I do. If you're thinking about starting a podcast or looking to grow one you already have, you need a platform that's simple, reliable, and built for creators. Libsyn is the original home for podcasters. They offer rock-solid hosting, intuitive publishing tools, and IAB-certified analytics so you can finally stop guessing and start growing. Libsyn is an independent platform that puts creators first. Understand your audience and build your show with confidence. Sign up at Libsyn.com, choose the plan that fits your needs, and use promo code It's Eric Nagel, all one word, at checkout to get your first month free.
All right, here's Jordan with the news.
Unfortunately, we're going to start this off on a somber note. News broke right after we did our last show of a possible issue, and it was confirmed that director and actor Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle Reiner were murdered in their home in Beverly Hills. Later on, turns out that the cause of death was indicated that it was multiple sharp force injuries, basically stab wounds. Their throats were cut by their son, Nick Reiner, who apparently has had many, many years of drug abuse issues and possible mental health issues.
Execute him.
Yeah, and it's rough. Right now, they were found by emergency responders after a call for medical aid. Nick Reiner had a history of drug addiction and had argued with his father at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party the night before.
Well, more details from that came out. He's arguing with Bill Hader. Conan was telling people not to call because guess we're going to call the cops on
which was my
Nick.
next sentence.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez, Eric. Yeah, sources are saying that Conan O'Brien prevented guests from calling 911 during the argument the night before. Nick Reiner appeared in court, and his arraignment was postponed to January 26th as the defense evaluates the case. They're saying that most likely they're going to try to go for insanity plea because of his possible schizophrenia, undiagnosed fully. But yeah, there was a lot of arguing the night before at that party. Nick got into it with Bill Hader a bit, and other things were coming out. It is a developing story. It's a shitty story.
Execute him.
Yeah. So we'll see. And then I guess what happened is that his youngest daughter found them and called cops. He had been on some TikToks with her and stuff like that. I've never heard of any bad things said about Rob Reiner. Or to this point, his father, Carl. So it sucks. It sucks that this is how you go. You know, you're 78 years old. You have a storied career. You're a well-established director. Some of the best movies Sleepless in Seattle, Princess Bride, to name a couple. I mean, it's just such a sad story. And it was him and his wife. I know the story originally broke, I think, like I said, after we had done the show. Of bodies being found in the house. It was unconfirmed until later that night, and it's just, it sucks. So that again, all still developing, all still new. I'm sure we're going to hear a lot about this over the coming months, and we'll see what happens when he gets arraigned in January. But sad story, and it sucks, and I'm sorry to have to bring it up, but it's such a big thing, and especially with most of us that grew up with his movies throughout our lives. So, speaking of tragedies, Bowen Yang is leaving Saturday Night Live tonight. Cares? Like, I can't believe he's been on for 7 years, and he's leaving. The
guy who does the one character all the time. Got it.
The gay guy, the gay iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Moving on to the Jake Paul fight, like we talked about a little bit earlier, Anthony Joshua knocks out Jake Paul. It was in the 6th round of their heavyweight fight last night on Friday. The 2-time heavyweight champion displayed why he's one of the sport's elite punchers when he dropped the fading Paul twice in the 5th round. Sensing that he was done, he rocked him with a right uppercut early in the 6th and got him in the corner and apparently broke his jaw in 2 spots. So they showed bottom part of his jaw was broken. He lost a tooth. He got that all wired up.
Like Shin Godzilla when he'd open his mouth and then the bottom part would split.
All opened up. So he had 2 plates put in. And yeah, he's going to be having a nice liquid dinner for at least a week or 2. So thank God Jake Paul finally got his ass.
We'll send him a bunch of the serial killer C4 stuff for him.
It's gross. During that, Dave Chappelle, as you mentioned, he had a new stand-up thing come out. No one knew it was coming, but he announced the surprise stand-up special. After the fight just came out, he says, I wanted to shout out my hometown, Washington, D.C., and thank everyone who came out in October to support me at that show. I just want you to know that the show will be streaming on Netflix tonight. After the fight, my new special drops, and I hope you love it. I didn't know it was coming. I enjoyed it.
He has some great stuff on Diddy because he had it on the last 2 specials too. Mm-hmm. I think the last special he was talking about the parties, the freak off parties, mm-hmm. or whatever. And he's always complaining about why he didn't get invited to this stuff. And everyone's like, oh, it's so good you weren't there. But it seems like everybody was there. And he said, and then it dawned on me. He's like, oh my God, I'm ugly. That he was
so funny.
Good. And then continuing on to this series, he goes really in depth about all the different times that he was around Diddy. Something with Stevie Wonder, something like, it's interesting. And then
I can't wait. I know he touched on the Saudi Arabia comedy bit.
Well, he did closers. He did the closer for the special for the DC based. And he said, and if I have time and this goes well, I'll do the closer that I did in Saudi Arabia. And then he went from one to the other.
Gotcha.
So,
but yeah, I'm going to watch that. I love Dave Chappelle. He's always fun. A show that I mentioned, I believe it was either last week, the week before, that I started watching, called The Last Samurai Standing. That has been renewed for a season 2, which is awesome because I'm really enjoying that show. They greenlit a second season of The Last Samurai Standing, the Japanese period action series that has become a global streaming hit since its debut. Set during the Japan's Meiji period in the late 19th century, Last Samurai Standing follows 292, what a weird number, samurai warriors who gather at Kyoto's Tenryu Temple for a deadly competition with a grand prize of 100 billion yen. Story centers around a guy who enters the dangerous contest to save his ailing wife and child. It's awesome. It's really, really good. I'm glad they're getting a second season. I haven't finished the first, but that gives me hope that I can actually care about this series and get more out of it, much like some of the other Netflix stuff that we did fall in love with that never get a second
especially
season.
For a Netflix series that you can actually have confidence that there's going to do something past season 1. So
I know. So we'll see. Moving on, James Gunn has found his Brainiac for Man of Tomorrow. German actor Lars Eidinger will be Brainiac in James Gunn's Superman and Lex Luthor movie, The Man of Tomorrow.
I don't know who that actor is.
I don't know either.
But I saw a lot of the comments. People were cheering this on, that this was a good choice. So
I think a lot of why they're thinking it was a good choice is because a lot of people kept saying Dave Bautista should be him. And I'm getting tired of James Gunn putting everybody that he's always worked with in the same movies. Like at some point, you got to move on from people.
Yeah. And besides, Dave Bautista now looks like Eartha Kitt. So it doesn't make sense to use him for anything anymore.
Well, it doesn't help that he keeps singing Santa Baby. But
with that white beard and all that gaudy jewelry that he wears.
I know. So this is the first time that Brainiac, a very popular Superman villain in the comics next to Lex, will be appearing on the big screen. He has done some small screen and video game stuff. Brainiac's really smart android who comes from the planet Kolu. He's hell-bent on collecting all the knowledge in the universe. And that's pretty much all we know what's going on with that. So they're doing that. He's been hyping up the trailer for Supergirl. He said something the other day that really annoyed me. He goes, it's nice that a female superhero gets to let loose like the guys. I'm like, why do we have to care? Like, stop. You're making it more of a problem than I think we need to care about. No one's going for that for Supergirl. They just want to see Lobo.
And we don't know. He's not on. He's on rocky footing right now until they find out who's buying Warner Brothers.
Right? Yeah, he may not even be doing more movies after that.
Yeah.
So we will see. I think not Netflix. Warner Brothers actually said no to Paramount's hostile takeover bid. So they may be leaning toward
Paramount's
the Netflix
fighting
stuff.
it because apparently there's some kind of law that if it's within a reasonable amount to the offer they're accepting, they're allowed to contest it if they have the better offer.
But they don't have to say yes just because it's a better offer. The company doesn't have.
No, I know, but they're trying to get it investigated that there's other shit aput. So it's like if you didn't take the best financial option and you went with something else because
why
ignore it's that kind of suspicion is what.
That's fine. Look into it, but I still don't think
Hollywood and the financial world.
Who knows? It's all going to suck anyway, and we're all going to get screwed.
Yep.
Speaking, whatever. The next story is Sony buys a majority stake in the Peanuts IP for $460 million, that was weird.
I thought I know owned it.
Apple did have the streaming rights for it, but I don't know if they fully owned it. Sony Pictures and Sony Music Entertainment Japan have taken a significant stake in Peanuts Holding LLC, the company that controls the intellectual property rights of the beloved characters created by Charles M. Schultz. The purchase price was disclosed as about $460 million for the stake sale. Sony acquired all the approximately 41% stake held by Wild Brain, a Canadian kids and family entertainment company. According to the announcement, the resulting deal will see Sony, which already had a stake in the venture, owning 80% of Peanuts holdings. Members of the Schultz family will continue to own the remaining 20%. So Apple may have the streaming rights, but Sony owns the property as a whole.
That's what I was thinking, because remember that was such a big deal during the pandemic when all the streaming services were pushing themselves forward. Yeah. It was that. I mean, I honestly thought Apple had owned or bought the rights or something to the Peanuts because you weren't going to see any of the Peanuts holiday movies on network television anymore. Not that I care, but for everybody else who didn't have streaming at that point, 2020, not everyone had the streaming stuff set up yet. They were used to watching it on CBS for Thanksgiving, for Christmas,
every year.
Yeah. And now
Halloween
they're saying,
special,
you
Christmas,
can't watch it on
Thanksgiving.
regular TV anymore because it all went to Apple. So I was just thinking that Apple had everything, but I guess not.
No, I think it was just more streaming rights, which is weird because this is another thing that I didn't think was going to happen. License to Kill, the James Bond films, to stream on Netflix as part of a shocking deal with Amazon, which is weird because Amazon's got a streaming service. So they did what HBO did, and
Amazon has those weird deals.
I know,
with everybody.
So Netflix will launch Die Another Day, No Time to Die, Quantum of Solace, and Skyfall on January 15th. It will also stream movies including Rocky, Creed, and Legally Blonde, as well as original series including The Man in the High Castle, which was a good show. It marks an unexpected deal between the two rivals. Amazon insiders told Deadline that the licensing the Bond catalog to Netflix is a strategic business decision designed to broaden global reach and re-engage audiences, which might be smart because Amazon, bought out MGM and they own the rights to Bond and all that stuff. So now that Daniel Craig's out,
they
they're
didn't
looking
have
to replace
all the
him.
rights until recently. Remember, it was like some family had the control
the Broccoli
rights.
family.
Yeah, and they just got all of that taken care of now, so they can do whatever they want.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna see some James Bond stuff move over to Netflix, and
it does make
soon
sense.
we'll just have one.
The world is watching shit on Netflix, so it's the most eyes, most views you'll get is on the Netflix platform right now. So
yep. So that's it. That's the news for the week.
All right. So we need to get out of here and start our Christmas vacations. We're going to have other stuff pop up on the channel.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure we're going to get bored.
Part 3 of Todd Pettingill stuff. There might be a part 3 of Opie stuff coming up. We're figuring out the membership stuff. It's just been it's been a month that had a lot of setbacks.
And we haven't really talked about it, me and Eric, but I know this is going to happen. We're going to do our music show. It'll come out and we're going to record some stuff. I could probably just record it now and it'd be done. So
yes, we do have to do that too.
So we'll be doing that.
A lot of stuff.
Get our wrap up.
A lot of content will be heading your way before we come back live in the new year. Until then, we do have to do the plugs. And as always, Jordan, our nation's eyes turn to you.
You can catch me on X, Instagram, YouTube at Jinxed Ronan, Twitch, Jinxed Ronan 79. If you have an Amazon subscription and you want to go over to Twitch and use that subscription to subscribe to our channel, it's Eric Nagel. Do that. You get a free month of Twitch subscriptions, helps the show out, costs you nothing extra. Just got to re-up every month. It's a little bit of work, but we would greatly appreciate it.
All right, look at that. And for me and for the show, it's Eric Nagel across the board on all social medias. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, put us in the #1 position on the presets. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, anything like that, go over there and do us a kindness. Leave a positive review. It does help out the program. You can join us live in the new year as we do this program each and every week in our live rooms on YouTube and on Twitch at It's Eric Nagel. And all the episodes, the archives, best of clips, all of that stuff, all available on the YouTube. That is the best place to direct your attention to. And that is it. We are done for this year.
Wait, hold on. Hold, please. I got a question. Even though vertical video sucks, did vertical video go out to everybody? Were we broadcasting in vertical?
Yeah, see, that was the thing. Well, the radio people aren't going to give a shit about this.
No,
but,
no. It's not.
Yeah, so our video streaming software did an update, and I went to set to go live, and I didn't realize the default they set now is the vertical and the regular video.
Okay.
So I have to go in there and switch that off. But yeah, we shot the show today, both in vertical and in the horizontal.
Oh, okay. So Noodles is saying your broadcast in vertical video is for mobile. Mm-hmm. So if you're checking because I'm looking at my computer and we're not vertical. All right.
Yeah. Well, it's annoying.
Every week StreamYard changes something, so it's hit and miss.
Well, it's gonna go private in a few minutes anyway. So what do I care? I'm trying to remember what we have to do here. We took out the comments and all this. All right. Yes, we need to be done. So until the next time, everybody,
be excellent to each other.
And we'll be seeing you in the new year. Goodbye.
It's Eric Nagel.
Yeah, I didn't mention anything to you guys because I thought that you guys just might razz me a little bit about being a Santa Claus over at Nagel's.
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Eric Nagel on social media platforms. For ways to watch and listen to the show, or join us for the live shows, head over to itsericnagel.com. Yo, and remember to tell 2 friends so they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends. You get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.